The New York Times best-selling series I Survived has been great for the historical fiction genre. Through these books, we can personally experience major events in history, such as the sinking of the Titanic, the bombing at Pearl Harbor, and more. The particular I Survived book that caught my attention was The Attacks of September 11th, 2001, by Lauren Tarshis. Before I get into the details of the book itself, it should be mentioned that author Lauren Tarshis never intended to write about 9/11. However, after receiving thousands of emails from kids asking her to write about the topic, she finally obliged. After much thought, she said that September 11th shaped the world that these readers were born into. She wrote that she hopes this book gives readers a sense of the fear, the courage, and the sense of horror and shock of that day. Now I'll read an excerpt from the book. A bright blue sky stretched over New York City. It was the morning rush. Men and women hurried to work. Taxis, cars, and buses zoomed through the streets. And there was the plane. Many people in lower Manhattan heard it before they saw it, the screaming roar of jet engines. The massive aircraft streaked through the sky, barely skimming over rooftops. Up and down the sidewalks, people froze. 11-year-old Lucas Callie wasn't supposed to be in Manhattan that day. His parents had no idea he'd caught a train into the city, that he was there on a crowded sidewalk looking up as it all began. Lucas watched almost hypnotized as the plane careened through the sky. He'd never seen a plane flying so low. It was so close he could read the letters on the tail. AA, American Airlines. Panicked questions swirled through his mind. Was there something wrong with the plane? Was the pilot sick, lost, confused? Pull up! Lucas wanted to shout. Go higher! But the plane kept getting lower and faster, and now Lucas's heart stopped as he saw what was in the plane's path. The twin towers of the World Trade Center. The silver and glass buildings, each a quarter of a mile tall, rose high above the New York City skyline. The plane sped up. No! You will have to continue reading to see what happens to 11-year-old Lucas while he is right in the midst of this horrific event.